Welcome to this video on the AutoSys Kubernetes OpenShift solution. We'll provide a high-level introduction to how AutoSys integrates with Kubernetes or OpenShift to automate, execute, and monitor containerized workloads as part of your enterprise job scheduling environment. You'll learn about the core integration components, the job submission sequence, and then a live demo showing a Kubernetes job being run and monitored directly from AutoSys. Kubernetes, or K8s, is the industry-standard platform for deploying, scaling, and managing containerized applications. The Kubernetes or OpenShift plugin extension provides seamless integration between the AutoSys scheduler and Kubernetes or OpenShift environments, enabling you to automate and control containerized workloads at enterprise scale. With this extension, you can run and monitor Kubernetes or OpenShift jobs through to completion, execute and monitor Kubernetes custom resource definitions, or CRDs, scale deployments, stateful sets, or OpenShift deployment configs up or down, execute commands inside running Kubernetes or OpenShift pods, perform dynamic variable substitution within Kubernetes job definitions before submission. AutoSys plays a central role in orchestrating operations across multiple environments, including the cloud, and synchronizes these processes with other non-cloud operations. Integrating Kubernetes allows us to configure process automation centrally in AutoSys. Subsequently, we can execute and supervise all processes from a single interface. These Kubernetes processes seamlessly sync with different environments supported by AutoSys, such as applications and databases. This integration allows you to effortlessly execute and monitor Kubernetes through AutoSys. By leveraging AutoSys' advanced capabilities, you can accelerate your digital transformation efforts with greater success. Simply define your Kubernetes and let AutoSys manage the scheduling of these workflows seamlessly. AutoSys lets us build configurations with intuitive interfaces and monitor them through simple dashboard tools specifically designed for operational use. Statuses are clearly indicated, and accessing logs is as simple as clicking a button. From an operations perspective, AutoSys greatly simplifies the configuration and orchestration of Kubernetes. Externalizing operations to a tool with a high degree of third-party integration means we can synchronize all cloud with non-cloud workloads. Using various agents and job object types, we can build sophisticated configurations involving multiple applications, database packages, system processes like backups and data consolidation, file transfers, web services, and other on-premises workloads. Kubernetes provides its own native scheduling primitives, cron jobs, operators like Argo workflows, and so on. So why bring AutoSys into the picture? The answer is enterprise context. Native Kubernetes scheduling operates in isolation. It has no awareness of upstream ETL jobs, downstream reporting processes, SLA windows, or cross-platform dependencies. AutoSys gives you a single control plane across all of that. Kubernetes jobs become first-class citizens in your enterprise schedule, with the same dependency management, alerting, audit trails, and SLA monitoring you apply to every other workload in your environment. The integration involves three main components: the AutoSys scheduler, the system agent, and the Kubernetes cluster. The AutoSys scheduler submits a POJO job to the system agent. The system agent receives the job and initiates communication with Kubernetes through the appropriate Kubernetes APIs. It authenticates using credentials defined in the J2EE authentication parameters of the job definition. Once authenticated, the system agent submits the execution request to Kubernetes to start the specified job run. Kubernetes returns a job URL, which the agent uses to poll for execution status. The system agent continues monitoring until the job reaches its final state, at which point AutoSys updates the job status to succeeded, failed, or canceled. All target system properties, including the API endpoint, authentication token, job name, and execution parameters, are stored directly in the AutoSys POJO job definition. Let's look at how to deploy the integration. First, ensure the Application Services plugin is installed as a prerequisite. The Application Services plugin and Pojo extension have the CFG extension. In older agent versions, you might encounter a PAK file instead. Next, download the plugin extension package from the marketplace. This package contains all the necessary elements. Unzip the package and extract the content into a temporary folder. Navigate to System Agent Install Directory. Next, we must stop the system agent with the cyb agent-s command. Install the plugin extension with the command plugin installer, path to CFG file. Now, restart the system agent with the cyb agent-a command. Remember, this integration uses Kubernetes public SOAP API. For this demo, we'll use service account token authentication to connect to a Kubernetes cluster. We'll define and execute a Pojo job from AutoSys, then verify successful execution on the Kubernetes side. Let's start by looking at the Kubernetes environment. Log in to the Kubernetes console and navigate to stateful sets in the left navigation pane. For this demo, we're using a Minikube cluster, a lightweight local Kubernetes environment suitable for development and testing. In production, the same setup applies to any Kubernetes distribution, including managed services like Azure AKS, Google GKE, and others. The AutoSys system agent is deployed as a stateful set in the namespace WLA test. Select the agent test 242 stateful set. If you drill into the pod definition, you'll see a volume mount for the service account. This is the account the agent uses to authenticate when submitting jobs to Kubernetes. Next, we need a YAML definition for the Kubernetes job we want to run. The plugin extension supports 3 ways to provide this YAML, embedded directly in the AutoSys job definition. Read from the system agent's local file system, downloaded from a Git-based repository at runtime. In this demo, we'll use a Bitbucket repository. Here you can see the template file ocpytemplate.yaml. This is a template, not a static file, because we'll be using the plugin's variable substitution capability to inject runtime values into the YAML before it's submitted to the cluster. Next, let's proceed to log in to AutoSys. The Kubernetes plugin uses the Pojo job type. From the AutoSys UI, click the Quick Edit tab, then click Create to open a new job definition. Select Pojo from the job type list. The first step is to select the machine. This is the system agent that will handle the Kubernetes API communication. Next, configure the core Pojo parameters. Class name. Set this to the Kubernetes/OpenShift integration class. A method name. Set this to monitor job. In the J2E parameters section, configure the following. Note that while the example URL shown here is an OpenShift endpoint, these same parameters apply equally to standard Kubernetes clusters. The field names and structure are identical regardless of which platform you're targeting. The base URL. The base URL of the OpenShift or Kubernetes API endpoint, for example, https://api.starterus/west2.openshift.com 443. A service account token. The token used to authenticate the system agent with the cluster during the login operation. A job name. The name assigned to the Kubernetes job being submitted. Namespace. The Kubernetes namespace where the job will be executed. A job definition. The job specification in either YAML or JSON format. In our case, this is pulled from the Bitbucket template file at runtime. If your environment routes outbound traffic through a proxy, configure these 4 fields. A proxy host. The host name or IP address of the proxy server, if your environment routes traffic through one. The proxy port. The port number used by that proxy server. A proxy username. The username for authenticating with the proxy server. Proxy password. The corresponding password for proxy authentication. If no proxy is required, these fields can be left blank. Delete after completion. A Boolean flag that controls whether the Kubernetes job object is deleted from the cluster once processing is complete. Debug level. an integer that controls the verbosity of debug output, useful for troubleshooting job submissions. A polling interval, an integer, in seconds, that defines how frequently the system agent polls Kubernetes for job status updates. A value of 30 seconds is a reasonable default for most workloads. Once all parameters are set, click Commit to save the job definition and close the editor. With the job defined, let's run it. Select the job, click Actions, and choose Force Start from the drop-down. Click Apply to submit. You can monitor execution from the Job Runs tab. The job initially shows a running status. After a moment, refresh the view. The status updates to success. Click into the spool files section to review the execution output. The spool log shows the full execution detail. The parameters passed to the system agent, the authentication exchange, the YAML submitted to Kubernetes, and the final response confirming successful completion. Finally, let's switch back to the Kubernetes console to confirm. As you can see, the job submitted by AutoSys appears in the Kubernetes job list and shows a completed status, confirming end-to-end execution from the AutoSys scheduler through to the Kubernetes cluster. That wraps up this introduction to the AutoSys Kubernetes integration. You've seen how AutoSys submits, monitors, and tracks Kubernetes jobs using a POJO job definition, the system agent as the integration layer, and the Kubernetes APIs for execution and status polling. More importantly, you've seen how this integration elevates Kubernetes beyond isolated container scheduling. By bringing Kubernetes jobs into AutoSys, your containerized workloads inherit the full weight of enterprise scheduling, cross-platform dependencies, SLA enforcement, centralized alerting, and a complete audit trail, sitting alongside every other workload in your environment regardless of platform. Thank you for watching.